This is the City of LaPorte Redevelopment Commission meeting, and I'm calling it to order. If we'd all stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Roll call. I myself, Brian Chalik, is present. Damon Gassaway is present. Jenna Francisconi is present. Betsy Parkinson is present. The only one that we're missing is J.T. McDermott. We have a quorum. Public comment. It is 5:15 p.m. I'll open public comment. Anybody have anything to say? John? Nothing? Nobody else? Public comment is closed. Minutes, April 30th, 2025, regular meeting. Everybody have a chance to look at the minutes. Any additions, deletions?
I'll make a motion to approve the April 30th, 2025 regular meeting minutes.
A motion, do I have a second?
I'll second.
Motion and a second. Further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, state by saying aye. Aye?
Aye.
Opposed? Passes 4-0. Claims. Everybody have a chance to look at the claim docket.
Yep.
Any questions about it?
I'll make a motion to approve the May 28th, 2025 claim docket.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Second. Further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, state by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Passes 4-0. And this is the fast part. Old business, we have none. New business, opening sealed quotes for Newport Landing Sanitary Sewer Extension Project. Mr. Phillips.
Okay, so we have received one quote for the Grand Heritage Sewer Extension Project from Pavey Excavating Company. Okay, the bid offer is in the amount of $58,270.
58,271,
270,
270.
00.
I mean, that's the only,
Yeah,
Only
so
quote.
in this case then, Jerry, do you have any preference as far as whether we take action this evening, or how does this compare to the estimate, the engineer's
The estimate
estimate?
was at 50, so it's fairly close.
Pretty close.
I'd recommend that, this is holding up the project, I understand.
Yep.
So I'd recommend the board approve it contingent to engineering review. And that way we can move forward.
I need a motion.
I will make a motion to approve the Pavey Excavating bid of $58,270 for the Newport Landing Sanitary Sewer Extension contingent to engineering approval.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, state by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Passes 4-0. Thank you, Jerry.
Okay.
Request approval to solicit bids for soil removal at Newport Landing. That would be you, Mr. Phillips.
Yes. So as part of, sorry, let me make sure I don't lose this papers for the clerk treasurer.
That's correct.
Okay. As part of the pending agreement for the purchase of the remaining large parcel in Newport Landing, I think it's been brought to our attention that it's necessary to remove some soil in that parcel. So the city engineer, Nick Minnick, has put together an estimate for the amount expected for the removal of that soil, and the top end estimate would be not to exceed an amount of $70,300. So he is asking for approval to solicit for bids for that soil removal for that property as part of that project.
Can you just explain a little bit why the soil?
I
needs
believe
removed?
it was identified as a potentially contaminated area on the site that needs to be removed to a certain depth. I don't know that depth off the top of my head. It looks like the number, it's 1,406 cubic yards of soil that need to be removed on the site. And I have a drawing I can forward to you if you'd like, so you guys have a little, I just got this afternoon from Nick. But yes, 1,406 cubic yards of soil that need to be removed from that site. We did anticipate the need to remove some soils in the Newport Landing area over time, depending on what we find. Bert, do you want to add to that?
Yeah, if I can give you a little background, Bert Cook, Executive Director of the LaPorte Economic Advancement Partnership. So this is about the 10-acre parcel, the remaining land in Newport Landing. I'm not sure any of you were on the Redevelopment Commission when we went through the cleanup, but we did achieve a site status letter for this parcel. That being said, there were two issues or two areas that were identified that still needed some additional remediation. At that time, as you all know, it's very dependent on what the use is going to be. And so at that time, we didn't have any idea of what the end use of the property was going to be. So we didn't want to spend money on a remediation effort that may not have been needed. Especially back at that time, it looked more likely that that was going to be developed as maybe one large big box store. And as you know, we know that's a lot of pavement, and that would potentially have been, the remediation would be the pavement that would have covered that. Now, as we've moved forward with CMG, they're starting to refine their site plan, and I think we have some clarity as to how they intend to develop the site, which is not that big box concept. It's more the individual buildings that would potentially serve a variety of retail uses. I think it's clear that we're going to need to go ahead and get that taken care of. You all just approved an extension to their due diligence period at your last meeting, which gives them a little bit more time, but it obviously still knows that closing is in the not too distant future, and whether, the hope is that we're going to make it to the finish line with this developer, that they move forward. But I think we're comfortable at this point that even if that's not the case, it's time to go ahead and solve this one particular issue, get it rectified, hopefully for this developer, but in the event that it's not this one, it will be in good condition for whoever the potential buyer is when we get to closing. So that's the story behind the need for this effort.
I assume we have to get this done no matter what, but do you have any idea how this impacts any other projects that we'd be wanting to work on?
Collectively, we have plenty of funds to do any of the projects we anticipate doing this year. Since you know that all of our funds are combined into a consolidated area, so we're not in any danger of running out of any infrastructure funds needed to be able to do a project like this.
Actually, this is pretty cheap for
Yeah.
remediation.
Yeah, it's actually not that bad.
So I guess I'll need a motion.
I'll make a motion to open the bids to solicit bids for the soil removal in Newport Landing, not to exceed $70,300.
Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a second. Further discussion? We're all good with the discussion of the money and. Okay. Okay. Okay, further discussion, none. Have a motion and a second. All,
Wait a second.
yeah, Damon.
Oh, damn, I'm sorry, I didn't catch it, I apologize. Got it.
Got it?
Yep.
Or was I?
All those in favor?
All those in favor, state by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Passes 4-0. Got me all messed up.
Thank you.
there.
Sorry.
Thank you.
I just didn't hear Damon say that.
Other business, we have none. Damon,
I'd like to make a motion to adjourn.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Motion and a second. No further discussion. All in favor, state by saying aye.
Aye.